Hey everybody, welcome to the Animazing podcast. This is our first podcast we have ever done. So let's introduce ourselves. So I am Anims.
I'm Doodle.
Just call me Toto for now.
Alright, so we got introductions out of the way.
Alright. So basically what we're gonna do is we all watched the first episode of Death Note, and basically we're gonna give our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I would say it's good. But the first thing
really
is,
good.
and the opener is amazing. It's like 10 out of 10.
Bro, the
Headbanging when I listen
song
to it.
for the op is amazing.
Yeah. Like, so true. Like, I give it like a 10 out of 10.
I give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'd say a 9.5 for beginners. Well, it's not the best beginner anime, though.
Yeah, no, it's way too
Yeah,
dark.
definitely not a good beginner.
It gets
It's
right
not a
into
beginner
things.
anime.
Not
Well,
beginner.
About that, I think we should probably give a little gist about the show.
Yeah.
Alright, so basically, the show is about a boy named Light, and Light finds himself at another boring day of school when he sees a black notebook falling from the sky. As he picks it up after class, he sees the name Death Note and reads the first rule inside. The human whose name is written in the notebook shall die. Not believing, he drops it back to the ground, only to go back and pick it up moments later. But the thing is that this whole thing wouldn't have happened if he was paying attention in class.
Yeah.
Like, even though he has good grades, he needs to pay attention in class. Otherwise, he's gonna fail.
Retweet.
Yeah, say it in school, kids.
So, yeah, pretty much. Now, he reads the rest of the rules at home and dismisses it as pretty detailed for a prank, pretty detailed for a prank. So curious on the subject, he tries it out on a criminal on the TV named Kuro Otihara. I can't say that, just so you know. And waits for 40 seconds to see if he will die of a heart attack. As the rule states, 40 seconds pass and there is no news of his death. Light concludes that it's just a prank after all.
However, just as he is about to turn off the TV, it's reported that not only have the hostages escaped, but also the criminal has collapsed and died from a heart
Plot
attack.
twist.
Just like the rule in the book said.
Plot twist.
Yeah.
Biggest plot twist.
Biggest plot twist.
Big plot twist.
Yeah,
So,
I honestly thought it wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
And
So
I was like,
that just further proves that it's real. The book is real.
Yo, and like, yeah.
I mean,
let's talk about like the Shinigami world. Like, that was kind of crazy. I just like how it was all kind of portrayed. It was very blank, showing that it's not as like excruciating as like heaven, but it's not as like nice as, or it's not like like heaven or hell, basically, because that's like the whole point.
Yeah, and he goes to the portal because he's like, I dropped my death note. He goes to the human world, but first he sprouts out like these kind of wing things, just further showing how they are not even close to humans at all. They have ascended form if they.
Alright,
Yeah.
so still on the Death Note side of things, can we just talk about how whenever an anime has a food or they eat a food, it looks so it looks so good, and I just want to eat it, and it makes my mouth water. Like,
oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, that is
literally
so
any
true.
anime's food looks so good, and I just want to go in there and eat it. Even though I might get eaten or killed or whatever, depending on what anime is, I'm still gonna try that food.
Yeah,
I mean, like, it's just, there's foods, even like, I see an anime, like, I don't know, My Hero or something, and they have food where I can't eat it. It's all the way in Japan, and they don't make it in America. I'm like, I just want to try it. Come on.
Well, even if that food looks so good, it's not even gonna look close to what it does in real life. Like Studio Ghibli, oh my god, their food in that looks just so amazing. It's so comforting, honestly.
Like,
yeah, I mean,
Ryuk makes everyday food, an apple looks like a freaking prime rib steak.
No, it looks like a piece of art.
Like a 5-star cake from like the best bakery in the world.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, how do they do this?
Yeah.
Now,
what is anime food? I just want to go into an anime. Just
Yeah.
eat the food,
Eat the
honestly.
food.
Take a bite, Give me a taste, little taste.
So
Mhm.
let's talk about how I don't think this is a good beginner anime. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah,
I
it's
completely
definitely
agree.
not really honestly,
I mean,
yeah.
some people might start out with Death Note, but I don't think that's the best choice. I definitely think a good starting anime is My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer because
Yeah.
it just eases you into it, and it brings basically all the kind of stereotypes that you're gonna see in anime.
Yeah.
Like the hero,
Yeah.
like the protagonist, the one weird guy, all those tropes.
Yeah, like the top 3 kind of starter is like My Hero, Demon Slayer, and Pokemon for like younger
Oh, yeah.
kids that are getting into it. Or
But
Pokemon
that's
like
for
like
younger kids
people that
more.
already
Pokemon is like the starter of all starter animes.
yeah, like it
Basically.
shows what happens in these kind of shows, the kind of craziness that just kind of happens.
Yeah.
It's like one of the best starter animes, not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I'm pretty
True.
sure Mama started out with it anyways.
Yeah.
Now, continuing, I'm pretty sure we have questions.
Yeah, we do have questions. So,
Okay.
what do you guys think the relationship between Light and Ryuk is gonna evolve over the rest of the show?
I think it's gonna become. I think it's gonna kind of like change. I think it's gonna become like sort of a friendship, a little, just kind of, and then it's gonna start to become like a rivalry. Like it's gonna be like a slight friendship because they're like, yeah, I recognize him as like, somebody here, and he's coming here and everything, and then I think it's gonna kind of come like a reality, like a not a reality, a rivalry, sort of. That's what I'm thinking will happen.
Yeah. But I just want to say this that I think it's going to be one of those situations where, like, how, like that, the person who was like the best detective, he was in there. It was like L. I
Yeah,
think that he's gonna kind of catch on late, and I'm definitely thinking that they're gonna show him just to emphasize like how good he is at like crime catching. But also, weird thought, like this is kind of like a shower thought scenario. If Ryuk was the main character in Death Note, it would be in a Isekai. Like, just think about that.
yeah. When I think about it, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, he went to another world,
Mm-hmm.
so technically,
You're right.
yeah.
It would be a sci-fi.
Yeah.
It'd still
Oh,
be an anime.
when you think about it,
Hey,
like,
no, I didn't say a sci-fi. I said isekai. It's a genre in anime where
Oh, yes,
somebody
yes.
goes to a different world.
You're right.
yeah. But I mean, like, all the dudes, I can't say their name no matter what I do. All the guys from the world that come to Earth, like the one guy did.
Ryuk.
I'm thinking if they do come to Earth, the guy that dropped his death note there for like entertainment, like he'll kind of be shunned upon, and then everyone's just gonna kind of get like, oh yeah, this is actually smart. This is funny as heck.
Yeah.
Well, I think that he's
If
not
they
going to
come,
get any punishment because there's nobody guiding it. It's in the middle. It's in the middle of
yeah, I'm not
heaven and
saying he'll
hell.
get like a
So it's like
punishment.
who's going to care? What are they going to do? Move him down to heaven and hell? I mean, doesn't that mean like it doesn't even
Yeah,
exist or something?
he has a death note, meaning he can't go to heaven or hell because he said that he's like whoever uses a death note is denied either heaven or hell. He can't go either.
So it's
Yeah.
some sort
So
of
I'm thinking
purgatory.
that all of them, since they use death notes, that's why they have to live in that one realm because they can't go back up. And that's eventually what will happen to him when he dies.
Like,
Well, when the guy writes him up in his death note.
Yeah.
Because like that scene was just so like dramatic. He's like, "You'll need not have heaven or hell," and when
Yeah.
the day finally comes where you are to die, I'll get the pleasure of writing you down in my death note. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
dang.
I know. And what made like the emphasis of the scene so dramatic is the lighting. Like the lighting is like
Yeah.
not
The
like
lighting, like in this show, is perfect.
yeah, because it's like that kind of gloomy. Even like literally, it was made in 2006, but it's still the lighting is amazing. I've
Yeah,
seen that in a lot of different anime where the lighting basically affects if a happy or bad scene. Because like I've already watched The Promised Neverland. There's a one scene when they finally find out the secret, well, I'm not gonna say it because maybe some people haven't watched it, but when they finally found out the secret, it turns like stormy and it kind of like there's like a bunch of clouds, and I had to point it out. I'm like, oh my god, they did the lighting trick because it made the scene like so more tense.
Yeah. If you don't have the right lighting, some of the intensity will immediately just be taken away. Because like if you're in a if you're in a scene where two people are sword fighting, dark stormy clouds and rain just makes that scene really look really good. But if you had night with flowers blooming, it would just not be as good. Cause it would just make no sense. Like unless it's like backstory behind it, like it just makes no sense. Why would you have two people fighting to the death while it's sunny and it's flowers are blooming and everyone's happy? You know?
Yeah, I think that's more like a training kind of thing, like training with a master kind of trope. Like it's
But
kind of like
they fighting in like rain and stuff, dark clouds, and that kind of stuff is perfect. Or just nighttime. Those 3 settings are pretty perfect for scenes like those.
Yeah.
I feel like this anime is extremely dark in a way. Like I feel like it's a goth person anime. Like a goth person would love this.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
Like in the late 2000s, people were going to Hot Topic just to buy the Death Note merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's really dark because I mean, even though he's thinking like he's doing so good, he's really like, even the guy that dropped the notebook, even he says, well, once you do all of that, you'll be the only bad person left.
Yeah.
But he's telling the truth. He's gonna kill. He's about to be a murderer of like hundreds of thousands of people. I mean, like even in the chair while he was writing all those names down, he was doing it for good. But he was doing it for good, but he wasn't doing it in a good way. Like he was straight up just murdering straight up tons of people. Some might even like people that were wrongly accused. Like imagine being wrongly accused and put in prison for murder, and then you just suddenly get murdered because you accidentally did something. You were just at the wrong place a long time.
Actually.
Yeah. Yo, honestly, truly, I think the whole theme is that power really changes you as a person because he was like a normal kid, but now basically he's gonna have he's like has the most powerful god complex in all of anime, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
so he's like it's gonna rush to his head. Like literally, he can decide who dies. So I mean, kind of that would change everybody, really.
So now it's time for the question that will end the podcast. So anything to say before that?
Yeah. Thing for me. I just wanted to like say that like it's really rushing to his head because like he's like acting like he's some sort of god, yet really it was all of this was really just an accident. He got that book by accident, and if he's like he calls himself like some sort of big god because he did all this, yet in the end if that book gets taken away from him, he'll have zero power. He'll just be some high school kid again.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just think that I don't think he was on accident. Like he picked it up. I think it was just seeing whoever did pick it up. And luckily, Anime Logic, same time, same place, right there. He found the notebook because he wasn't paying attention in class. Kids, please stay in school.
Yeah, stay in school.
I just had to say that again.
I mean, like, yeah, he just picks up the notebook and stuff. It was just like whoever picks it up and everything, and he's like, and he talks to him, and he's like, "I was chosen. Why me? Why did you choose me?" And he's like, "No, I didn't choose you. This is all an accident, kid. Can't you see? This was just for some amusement. I did not. None of this happened on purpose." He's thinking, like, he was chosen. He was the chosen one. This happened because it had to happen, and it was the best thing to happen in this universe. But really, it was just some spirit like, oh, I accidentally dropped my death note. Hopefully somebody picks it up and kills people. It was really just for fun.
Yeah.
None
Well,
of
I
this
gotta
ever
say this.
chosen.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'm gonna say he has like some sort of plot armor, but it's not like he's dying plot armor. It's kind of like just like he was the one that found it. Now everything is kind of gonna go his way, kind of, but not really. Because I mean, I kind of maybe watched a bit of it more, but basically he's looking for his like life, kind of like not trying to get caught by the police.
Yeah, because like he has the Death Note and everything. Yet, if he gets attacked by the police, they're not gonna know they're not there. He's not gonna know the police's names, so he'll have the face, but he's not gonna have anything to write down, meaning he'll be caught by the police. Or if the police find out he's like this murderer and everything, straight up on spot, they won't even hesitate. They'll just shoot the heck out of him. He kills.
Right, but they can't. But they can't really do that because they need evidence. They really need evidence.
Yeah, but if they see the Death Note in his hand, like I think honestly, he would just be shot straight on spot.
Okay.
Like
how? I know, but like, how would they know that? It could just be like a notebook that says that. Like, how would they know that was the murder device kind of thing?
True.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
but
there's something to think about.
He doesn't know their names. If they have the gun on him, they can tell him to drop the notebook, and they can inspect the notebook. And they can find out, and they can see all the names, and be like, "Oh wait, all these names written down here died." And then he can put the clues together and figure out he was it, and then be like, "Hey, either you're gonna die or you got to go to jail."
Yeah.
All right.
And if he doesn't go to jail, he will just gone.
Alright, so I have one last question, and then we'll end up the podcast.
Okay.
For now.
So, it's something to think about. So, currently, we're talking about the episode 1 Light. Who would win in a fight? Light from episode 1 or Goku? That's the last question.
Oh, man. Are you doing this with, like, every character that we see?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
It really depends.
I think this could be a segment, though. Like, that could be. But anyways, I don't believe that he could be Goku, because how would he know Goku's name? On Naruto, on the other hand, Naruto, like, literally says his name further. Like, I was Uzumaki, believe it! And he'll probably die, like, 40 seconds later.
It really depends. It depends.
You need, like, the name. So, like, you know.
Name and writes it down. He writes it down, then Goku goes and hits him. He might die, but then it'll be a draw because Goku will die too. So he could either end out in like 3 ways, in my opinion. 3 main ways. Either straight up Light just gets beat the heck out of. Just freaking Goku zooms to him and just pummels him to the ground. Or the second, which is kind of neutral, he finds his name, writes it in the notebook, they both die. And then 3, where he kind of just where he somehow could Light could write his name down, and then he'll die before he gets to him, which is highly improbable. I don't think that is gonna happen, but definitely either they both die or Goku kills Light is my answer, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Alright, Anims, what do you think? What's your thing?
So about the the Goku Light thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that honestly he couldn't beat Goku just because he really needs like the name and face of the person. And plus Goku can go really fast. Like I think he can go like at the speed of light. So I'm gonna say no. I don't think he can.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean, like if he knows his name, that's what I'm saying. It's like for the middle, he knows his name and he's able to write it down, and then they both die. But then for the more probable and probably will happen is number 1, where Goku just zips over to him and pummels him to the ground and he's straight up dead.
Yeah, probably like before he even writes any names in it. Like before he writes the letter.
He starts to do halfway to G, and then Goku pummels him to the ground.
Yeah.
No, you can't beat me. Boom.
Well, wouldn't he have to enter his full name, like Son Goku? I don't know, man. But like, that's just a thought.
And I think you might have to. So I definitely think that
Light would win. I mean
Goku would win.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Goku would win. But there are some like 1 out of a million chances where Light would win, but most of the time it would have been Goku.
Mm-hmm.
It's like using Pichu, because Pichu and Smash, like you play with all the other characters. Eventually, like sometime at one point, you might win a match, but it's highly improbable. You'll probably lose to everyone.
Yeah, I agree. Unless you know like some good moves and like good strategies, basically, to beat Goku.
Yep. Well,
Alright, let's wrap it up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our first podcast.
First episode 1.
First
We
one.
might second.
Yeah, our second will be out soon. You need to
Yep.
watch the episode.
Yeah.
We're
First
gonna do a different episode. We're gonna do a different anime next time.
Yeah.
Leave in the comments below.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or we're just gonna pick it, and I think I might choose JoJo next. Who knows?
JoJo, we've all seen JoJo. I'm on part 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Adam-
kind of finished
I
it.
just finally agreed to watch it.
So he's still
I'm
on
new to
part
JoJo.
1.
I'm new to JoJo, so I'll have my pure opinions.
Yeah, we could just talk about. We could just talk about part 1.
Yeah, so like I have my pure opinions for that. Now, well, I think we did a pretty successful podcast right now.
Yeah, make
Yeah.
sure to like and subscribe and like and all that stuff. And subscribe and like and subscribe and
Okay,
Yeah,
we
like and
get the
subscribe.
point.
and turn on like the bell thing. Is it like
Okay.
Yeah, turn on the bell.
Listen, I've been doing. I can do this, guys. Make sure to hit subscribe and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for all of our notifications. Also, like, or this creepy spider will pop up in your bed at night.
Oh no, Kringe.
Alright,
Okay, let's wrap up. Goodbye.
goodbye everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
An amazing
See
podcast.
ya.
See you
See
next
ya.
episode.
Bye.